Hello, everybody. I'm Seema Mirza, and this is Saima Anwar Khan. She's my mother in law. And today's conversation is a little bit special because it involves a mother in law, a daughter in law, two separate generations, and four boys that are involved. She is the mother to two boys who are 30 and 32 now, and I am a mother of two boys again, a 4 year old and a 1 year old. And I find myself balancing between tradition and modern parenting. So, but I always feel like the key essence of motherhood always remains the same. Today, we are not here to decide which generation is doing better at parenting. I think we just want to know what ideas and what principles were there, followed before, what have stayed, and what can we learn from all of this. So, let's begin. I'm going to be keeping this conversation fun and interactive, and we're going to talk to each other and keep it raw as much as we can. What was motherhood like when you first became a mother?
Motherhood, according to me, is always special. I would just like to add to that motherhood in my generation is totally different from what it is in your generation. We had to manage too many aspects of life uh, single handedly. We did not have the concept of nanny, the husband being involved with all the rearing, which I pleasantly see in your generation. So, motherhood remains beautiful with a few changes for better or for worse.
And did you always imagine yourself raising sons?
No, not at all. I'm from a family of girls. The only thing I ever imagined was, yes, get married to a man in uniform. Beyond that, I never thought of anything. It all just came naturally.
Yes, I didn't imagine myself raising sons also. Like I told you, I took pink dresses and pink
Um,
bows in my hospital
hospital
bag when
bag.
I went to the hospital. But yes, it's a thrill to be raising sons.
It's a
And
thrill to be raising children. It can
definitely,
be son or daughter. That's what I feel.
yes.
It's special to be a mother to whatever gender they are, isn't it?
And what did society expect from mothers in your generation versus now? You can speak about your generation first.
Okay. In our generation, not only when you become a mother, even when you get married, whatever age you were supposed to be the quintessential daughter-in-law, a wife, and you had to just give away all what you were doing, like, for example, having fun, enjoying. All of a sudden, you were told to speak less, to mind your P's and Q's, and to know everything under the sun, which included cooking, looking after guests, that is hospitality. I wonder how just one day of marriage can change a girl's life. But yes, we did went, at least I underwent that, where I was expected to do lots more than what is expected from your generation. And if you want, I can give an example for that also. Like when you came into our family, I did not expect you to change yourself. I did not expect that you should know cooking. And I'm totally aware that you are not fond of cooking. So that part I take up, and all the fun types like how having this podcast is your baby. So we have to balance everything. Hmm.
Yes, thank you for understanding. I see a lot of newly wedded girls now who suddenly have to know cooking
Change.
one day. One day, the day they get married, they need to cook. But I
And
don't like
why
cooking, yeah.
I guess, and why should cooking be equated with a happy marriage? I really cannot understand. There are lots more to life than just cooking. It can be a hobby, and if it is not, it should not be judged upon.
True, true. And what were boys expected to be like in society? Like young boys.
There was a lot of gender bias. Kitchen was a taboo, that is a woman's domain. which is totally usurped by the men now. And having a boy itself was supposed to be like you have become, I think, something else. You're not remained in your gender. They were not supposed to go into the kitchen or help you in other chores, which I did not follow at all. Whether it was a boy or girl, I made them do all the chores. Respect women is also a very important and an integral part of life. It should be that we are giving them those values. That whether I'm a girl or a boy, I'm a human being and there is equality between us. Of course, the roles will remain different, but on the whole, they should be balanced. So I did try to change this taboo of the boy being treated differently than a girl. That was my idea.
That clearly shows now, and kudos to you to be raising two great men. I mean,
Who one happens to be your husband.
yes.
I remember the first time that Zohaib must have helped you in cleaning the refrigerator of your mom's house. You rang me up to thank me. I was wondering, I said, what have I done? No, no, you have read them up. So that was the biggest gift in my life that, generally daughters-in-law do not praise a mother-in-law or vice versa, mother-in-law ours. I thought that I don't have a daughter, maybe as not as a daughter. Uh, maybe, like having a daughter and then you say, you're my daughter, might have its ups and downs. But being a friend is the most important factor, which I found in you. You heard it out to me, I heard, and we were on a very balanced note for this. So whether it's a son or a daughter, like my बहू मेरी बेटी है, friend पहले बना लो सबसे अच्छा रिश्ता है. It has got nothing attached to it. So yes, we must change this biggest taboo of gender bias, and we are the ones who will, and we should be the change we want to see.
Definitely, definitely. It's coming about now lately. Also, talking about boys and how boys should not cry. Were boys allowed to cry?
I can't be talking about my generation because that involves my husband. No, I've never seen him cry. The first time I saw him cry was the strangest part of my life was during your nikah. And it was your father was not crying, it was your father-in-law who doesn't have a daughter. I don't know why he hugged you and he just started crying. So maybe, boys do men when they become men and they feel something very strong, they should be allowed. I have seen my boys cry. I have seen them cry, so I did allow. I didn't find them to be less of a man. If they cry, yes, men should cry. It shows they are empathetic towards
Definitely,
life.
definitely. What were some qualities that were, according to you, if you can list three most important qualities that you would want to imbibe in your sons at that time when they were kids? If you could list three.
Yeah, sure. Respect, and that means respect for one and all. That includes the people who are helping you out in the house. Until date, I have seen that both my boys are very empathetic towards and loving towards the staff. One of my staff, she's down with typhoid. I must have mentioned it to my elder son. So yesterday she tells me, your sons are so good. He came and he asked me that how are you feeling now? Please take care and do not do heavy work. So I said, okay, what I taught them during childhood, it's all coming out. And about my younger son, I think you should speak more about him than me.
Yes. First thing that really stood out when I met Zohib was his respect for women, which definitely stood out, and his respect for his parents, and also which is very important that I don't find, no offense to men, but rarely find in men, is being very hygienic in general, keeping your room clean, your bed made, your kitchen clean, your fridge clean, cleaning up after you're eating, all of that
How you
really
keep
stood
the
out.
crockery and cutlery in the sink.
Definitely, yes. So, good qualities.
And one more I would like to add, that my son is extremely fond of his in-laws. So as I would love to share this. Generally, it is when you get married, वो बहू को हाथ भी चलाई पर something, you cook and you are. So I remember Seema telling me that he cooked a steak or something and he invited your parents over. That is a change maker.
Yes.
Why should always the girls be cooking and inviting? Yes, the men can cook too and invite the girls' parents over.
Yes.
Are equally important. There is no ladke wale or ladki wale. That should be shattered absolutely.